Good morning, Shining Ones. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And today I want you to realize that when we publicly conform to what we privately disagree with, it makes us complicit in tyranny. When we go against our heart to fit in, it makes us very easy to manipulate. And you know what? Very smart, very devious people, they realize this and they take our need to fit in and our fear of being rejected to control us, to get us to censor our real opinions and ignore our truth, thinking that we are the minority. And when we go along, we're actually feeding this lie to others. And they think, hey, this is what everyone else believes. And who am I to question when in truth we are not the minority? My friends, most of us, we feel and we sense the social lies in this collective illusion. Do you know why? Because we have a heart. My friends, we have a reasoning mind. I want to do a quick test. Will you do it with me? It's real simple to see if you're lost in the lie and the illusion, if you're complicit to tyranny. Okay, so this will work for anything. This works for politics, for religion, anything you can imagine. But this is a religious channel. We're Zoroastrians, we're the Magi. And so I want you to look at the Bible and see if you have not been deceived, if you can hear the lie and illusion, if you can still sense from that God mind, that divine spark in you, truth, if you can even hear it anymore, my friends, or if you're so controlled that they can feed you any absurdity and you just take it in and you just march in line and do what you're told. My friends, I want to bring up the story of Joshua. I'm just going to bring up heroes of the Bible. Give me 3 or 4 to see if you hear it. Joshua. Okay, he told the soldiers to go in, kill the men, the women, and the children, and bring back the spoils. But don't keep any of the spoils for yourself because it goes to the Lord. My friends, Achan, he kept some of the treasure and he buried it under his tent. Joshua found out what happened. He went to Achan and he said, son, called him son, tell me what you've done. And he said, it's true, Joshua, I kept some of the treasure, I'm sorry. He had the soldiers bring Achan's wife and children, and he slew them before Achan and before the Israelites to show them, don't touch the Lord's money. My friends, in your heart, what do you feel about that? Was that justice? If you saw that today, a soldier stole money from the government and they brought out his wife and kids and slew him, is that justice? Is that right? And my friends, in the Bible, they actually call that God. I want you to look at Moses, the hero of heroes of the Bible. And he told the soldiers again, go and kill the men, the women, and the children and bring back the spoils to the Lord. The soldiers, they killed the men, but they couldn't kill the helpless, defenseless women and children. They said, Moses, we feel it's wrong. He said, do not question me. But you know what? He gave them a little prize. He said, do what you're told, but you can keep the young virgins as sex slaves. He called them concubines, but let's call them what it is. It's sex slaves. My friends, he told them they had to kill the women and children because the sin was so deep in their DNA. But for some reason, the sin hadn't got that deep in the DNA of the hot, beautiful young women. And I promise you, those women were not consenting. After they watched those soldiers kill their parents, their baby brothers, their friends, my friends, they were sex slaves. Can you feel in your heart what is right or what is wrong with that? Or do you just go along with whatever they feed you because that's what the majority says, right? But what are we learning here? It's not the majority. The majority in their heart knows that's wrong, but they don't speak out. If we would just speak out our truth and what we know, because we have a heart, we have reasoning, we have vohu menu, the God mind inside of us, and say, that is wrong. My friends, but we're too scared. They implant you with fear of not fitting in, fear of being rejected, fear of they're going to knock you over the head. Don't you dare question us. Do what you're told. March in line. My friends, but there's not that many of them. If we will stand up in truth and light and say, no more. We know what is right and we know what is wrong. Get out. My friends, we bring in the leaders we want. Why do we keep bringing in these horrible people? My friends, we got to start living from the heart. I want to do one more, Jephthah. In the Bible, it says Jephthah, he was celebrated by the Jewish people every year for thousands and thousands of years because he was such a mighty man of valor, a hero. What did he do? He told Jehovah, if I go in and kill the men, the women, and the children, and bring back all the spoils, I will sacrifice the first person that walks out of my door. His daughter, it says, came out with a tambourine singing, Daddy's home, Daddy's home. He slit her throat and offered her up as a burnt sacrifice. In your heart, do you know? Are you just too scared and you go along with the crowd? Just keep marching, little sheep. My God, in your heart you know. What would this world look like if we all stood up in truth and love and light for the true God, for the true good? That's why our message of Asha, of Zoroaster, of Mazda is so important. The original monotheistic religion. It's just good. Zarathustra's stories were just good. God was the highest principle of good. And if we'll restore God's image and take that spirit into us and live from that truth and that love and that light, we'll change this world, my friend. Who is with me? Who will stand up? Who will get out of line? My friends, my God. Who will protect the child? That's what we call it here at the Order of the Magi, because I want you to picture truth as a child, that you do anything to protect, that you get riled up when they try to fight against the truth. And we say, no, you're not going to touch the truth. Not on my watch. Who is with me? Magi. My God. If I could just get you to start living from truth and from your heart, my friends, and there's more of us stand up and we're showing others, hey, there's more of us like you. And you'll find that most have a heart and reasoning and a mind, and they know what is right and they know what is wrong. Grab your book, Asha. Go to Asha 12. Feeling Asha 12 today. It says, there's nothing for me outside. I have spent too long looking outside of myself, looking for meaning, purpose, affirmation, approval, love, happiness, even God, just to find myself ever searching. So I quiet all the many thoughts and ideas and stories and lies, and I go inside, and there I find that Vohu Menu, that God mind, that divine spark, and I realize there's no separation from my good, my God, for we are one. All the truth, all the happiness I've been looking for, it's here right now. If I'll just live from this place of truth and realize that I am that. I am, and now that I know this, have become it. My friends, that spirit of truth, it is. Asha is. Love is. Peace is. Joy is. Bliss is. Freedom is. My wonderful friends, Asha is. I love you.